And welcome everyone to this Monday afternoon, our 4 p.m. Central Time class. I hope you're doing well today. Wow, great strength class that I have built for you. Today, kind of the focus is going to be more of that muscular strength and endurance. So we're talking 45 seconds of repetition. So the hope is that we get somewhere 15 plus, maybe 20 reps within that 45 second time. So not mandatory, but that's kind of the goal, the idea. So we're working on that muscular strength and endurance. So I have a good one for you guys today. As the title screen said, have a yoga mat. We'll be doing some of our ground-based exercises. And then if you do have a few different sets of dumbbells, that's always good. Something heavier for your legs, and then maybe something lighter for like shoulder exercises or arm exercises. But I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna get right into the warm-up because we have about 40 minutes of actual workout. So let's start off with just a basic jog in place just to get the body going. Go ahead. So as we're jogging in place here, again, any of these warm-up exercises might be high impact. So there's always that low impact option. So with this, you can always just kind of march in place with some speed, with some pace. Again, just warm up here, starting to build that sweat and get loosened up and warmed up. So we're gonna move this into a side step here, reaching with our arms horizontally. So start with that side step. If you want to add in that little bit of a heel kick, go ahead and do so. And then add in that reach and twist to the side. Nice. Now bring those arms up overhead and reach. And again, keeping that side step going, adding in that heel lift if you'd like. Excellent. Let's slow it down here. Take an arm across the body and stretch that back of the shoulder. And we'll just alternate right to left after a couple seconds. All right. Getting the legs and the torso loosened up a little bit here. We're gonna go into a squat with an opposite knee. So in that squat stance, we'll squat down. And as you come up, you'll rotate, come across elbow to that opposite knee. And then alternate right to left. Excellent. Making sure that we get that full stand up. Squeezing the glutes. So just a couple more here. Excellent. All right, one of my favorite exercises, but we're gonna do it as our warm-up today. Skier swings. So we're down in that bent over position and pushing through the ground, squeezing the glutes, raising the arms up, and extending up on the toes as well. So a nice glute and string activator for us for our warm-up. And a couple more here, and then we'll finish with an inchworm, one for the core. So go ahead, make sure you have some space here. With this one, we're gonna fold ourselves down, reaching towards the floor, walk our hands up into a plank position, pause for a second or two, and then walk the hands back up, stand up, get the glutes and hips back underneath your spine. So as I mentioned, we'll have 45 seconds for each exercise. 15-second transition. And then after we do 8 exercises, we'll take a 30-second pause for water if you need to. So if you'd like to do any other stretches now, I'm gonna get the timer started after I demonstrate our first exercise. First exercise will be a front squat. If you've been joining my classes recently, I've been throwing this one in often. I've been liking the core engagement with this one, but holding 1 or 2 dumbbells up at your collarbone height, and we're simply just squatting down and coming back up with that good stable base and that good knee position. So that'll be exercise 1. Let's get into our workout. Have a great strength session with me today. Let's get that going. Here we go, front squat. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So, like I said, the goal, the idea for today is to try to hit about 20 repetitions. So keep yourself at a good pace. You don't have to go fast. These 45 seconds should provide plenty of repetitions to hit our goal. Think that our hips back, staying flat through the feet. Excellent. Strong knees, push them out to the side as you squat down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So that little rest here. Moving into a suitcase deadlift. That suitcase aspect is just the dumbbells at your sides. And we're doing that hinge with our legs relatively stiff. Squeeze the glutes to bring yourself back to your starting position. So while you're doing this one, that nice tight core position to stabilize the spine and push the hips back. Help keep that back flat. And again, squeeze the glutes to raise that torso back to that standing position. Excellent. 20 more seconds. Awesome job so far. Keep the core tight to the end. Next one, forward stepping lunges. So feel free to have dumbbells in your hand, either one in each hand, or you can just do one. So we'll step forward, pushing back to our starting position, and then alternating to that other side. Big consideration here as you're moving is making sure you step out with some good length. Don't shorten that step. That might create some of that negative tension and stress through that ankle joint, through the knee joint. So if you are one that might have a little bit of knee pain, I encourage you to take that little bit further step out to allow yourself to have that 90-degree bend between the knees. Nice job. Come on, those last 10 seconds here. Keep it going. And 4, 3, 2. Try to get that last one in. Excellent. All right, moving to another deadlift variety. Just a single leg deadlift. So hands can be in that normal position, and we're simply just hinging over the hip on one leg, and then squeezing the glute and hamstring, bring ourselves back up to standing. Alternate right to left. And that good controlled descent. I know we're trying to get kind of that 15 to 20 repetition mark, but with this one, take care of the back. Be mindful of that spine position, so that way we're squeezing the glutes and using the glutes and hamstrings to raise. Use the glutes. Good. Beautiful, nice work. Into a curtsy lunge, also known as a drop knee lunge. So we're just stepping that one leg behind the cross and then standing back up to encourage that use out of that side of the glute. So as you do this one, as best you can, try to keep the hips and shoulders straight forward here. to maximize that work out of that quad and out of that outside portion of the glute. Excellent. Again, trying to drop that back leg so that kneecap is across that front leg. Good solid push through the ground. Excellent. All right, a little bit of movement here. Ski swing for a dumbbell swing. So we'll use both hands here. We're gonna come down just like our skier exercise, like so. But as we squeeze the glutes, we're gonna throw those arms up with a little bit of momentum. And just raise the dumbbells up to the head. Now, big consideration here. With this one, it's not an arm exercise. It's a glute and leg exercise. So push through the ground and allow those arms just to kind of, with momentum, swing up overhead. Nice job, everyone. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Safely come down. We're gonna go into side lunges here next. So simply, again, 2 dumbbells, or just holding one at your chest, stepping out to the side, pushing back, and alternating one to the other. Here we go. Now, as we do this one, you might get a little bit looser with each repetition. So try to sink the hips down, gain more range of motion, have those lower body muscles work, and get stronger through that greater range. Excellent. Sit the hips back behind the heel. All right, 8th exercise before the rest, a low squat with a march. So this one, we're holding our lowest depth with our squat, and dumbbells can just be right in between the legs like so. We're just picking up our feet as if we're marching or stepping. But as we do this one, making sure we have that good posture. Again, that depth can be whatever you'd like to. If you want to challenge yourself, come down really low and take those little marching steps. Excellent. Keep that squat, hold that core tight. You can do this. That's it. 10 more seconds. And time. 30 seconds is yours. Grab some water as you need to. We're gonna get into a little more upper body exercises for the next 8. So this first one will be lying on our back for a chest press or a floor press. So starting to make your way down to the floor with those dumbbells over the body, or just coming down not through that normal arm action. Now as you're doing your reps here, check and take a notice at your lower back. Do you feel yourself disengaged with the floor so that lower back is elevated? Or do you have that pelvis hipped up towards your rib cage and pressing that lower back into the floor? We want that good core engagement, so that second option is necessary. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, onto our feet here. We're gonna target those back muscles next for that bent over row. So this one, again, Just normal hand position, nothing crazy. In that bent over position, you're gonna pull and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Here we go. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and trying to pull the dumbbells in at the body at an angle. Nicely done. Keep it here. Keep it here. 20 more seconds. The more bent over you are, the more of that mid to low back you're targeting, versus more of that upright position, you're targeting that mid to upper portion of the trapezius. Awesome. All right, into that next one, a shoulder press. Just a standard shoulder press here. So with this one, you may need to decrease weight if your arms are getting tired. But right here, standing tall, nice and tight, we're just pressing those arms up overhead. Biceps should come right next to that ear for that full range of motion. Excellent, good pace, keep it going. That's it, those solid presses again. Check your posture, is your core tight? Are you vertical or are you leaning backwards? Hope you're vertical. 10 more seconds, you can do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, into those biceps next for a hammer curl. So with this one, dumbbells are facing the midline of the body, facing the legs. We're just being strict, curling those dumbbells up and lowering them down. Again, with this one, minimizing that extra arm swing. So nothing else is kind of generating momentum. We're keeping those elbows locked in at the sides and bending right through that elbow joint. Beautiful, keep it going. Last 10 seconds, let's make sure we get all those reps in, all the way to that beep. And 2, 1, excellent. All right, dumbbells will be up overhead next for our French press, or as I've called it before, our overhead tricep extension. So dumbbells together, and we're just dropping the dumbbells behind the head and pressing back up to the ceiling. Concentrating on that good push through that back of the arm, targeting those tricep muscles. Excellent. 20 seconds left. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it going. The triceps might be burning a little bit, but fight through it. Full press. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, to the floor. A little core exercise is mixed in with our upper body, a loaded sit-up or a loaded crunch. So if you're gonna sit up with me, we're pressing those dumbbells up overhead, coming to that full sit-up. If you want another option, keeping those arms up over the head with the dumbbell, you just do a crunch. So this targets just a little different of our abdominals, crunch versus the sit-up, but nonetheless, great ab exercise here to incorporate with our day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Back. 2. Ooh, on the floor. Almost misread. All right, so plank position here. This one, plank on your hands and toes. We're gonna be pulling and moving the dumbbell from one side of our body to the other. So keep the core tight. And with this one, manage your feet. The more narrow your feet are, the more wiggly and wobbly you will be. We want ourselves to keep our hips and torso parallel to the floor. So you may need to widen out those feet just to help manage that, but keep them just slightly narrowed, just to really focus on that core, keeping it locked into place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. Finishing our last exercise, exercise 8, with chest flies. So we'll be on our backs again, dumbbells facing each other. And we're just opening up those wings and then closing them with that good chest squeeze. Keep in mind what's happening through that elbow joint. We want nice, loose, slightly bent elbow joint. Never locked out. And just like our chest press from our first exercise, make sure that we're taking that hip up underneath ourselves and pointing the hip bone to the rib cage for that good core engagement with that lower back pressed into the floor. Excellent. Little rest here. Nice job, everyone. Moving into our next 8 exercises. First one to lead off with is just a sumo squat. So that wide base, wide stance. With the dumbbells right underneath the hips. So getting into that wide stance here. And again, holding the dumbbells right underneath the hip bone. And we're just going to squat down and pushing back up. So this one, try to manage those legs, trying to push the knees out to support that proper, that kind of force through that leg to bring you back to that standing position. So not letting the knees collapse an absurd amount, just based on the leg position. They will be pointed in slightly, but they should be in control the whole time. 2, 1. Awesome. All right. This exercise, this workout has a lot of hamstrings and glutes. So we're back to a deadlift here, but this one, it's going to be a narrow grip versus that suitcase lift. So hands, dumbbells are just sliding right down the front of the legs. And again, back stays flat. Push the hips, send them back behind you. And again, dumbbells stay right next to those legs, as if you're kind of scratching your thigh from shin to mid-thigh. Nice job. Awesome. Use those glutes. Squeeze to bring you back up. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, onto the floor here. On our backs for a glute bridge. We're gonna add our dumbbells and load us up a little bit too, just to give us a little more with some work. So, dumbbells on the hips. We're lifting the hips up and we're just gonna hold here. This is one of the few times today, one of the only times, where we're not doing repetitions. This one, we're just working on that isometric hold, that endurance aspect of this exercise. So glutes should be tight, hips should be raised up, abs should be tight as well, supporting this bridge position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. My glutes were tired after that one. All right, staying on the floor here into a chest press. So with this one, we're gonna change up what we did earlier, and we're going to add in that wide arm component. So we're gonna come out with those elbows wide, arms wide as well, and again, pressing up and wide as well. So again, your normal position, it's kind of right next to the side of your body, versus this one, those elbows should be coming out nice and wide. Excellent, keep it going. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. 2 hour feet. So we're gonna do that same aspect here, that wide arm position with our back row. So in that bent over position, you're gonna be pulling those hands, those elbows out to the side. So this is what I want you to do here, this angle, versus this is what typically is that normal back row position. So this is normal, and then we're wanting to work that wide portion this time. That's it. Finish these reps out. 10 more seconds. Pinch those shoulder blades together. 3, and 2, 1. Excellent. All right, back to some shoulders here. You may need to decrease weight. I might do that right now. But with this one, our Arnold press, but we're gonna do one arm at a time. So, hands in front of the body. We're gonna open one side, press, and then close, and then do the same thing with the other. Now, as you do this one, big thing here is arms aren't supported on the body. They're held in front, so that way those shoulders and arms have to engage to hold that weight up. And still getting that full press, bicep finishes right next to that eardrum. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Nice job with that one. All right. Exercise. Ooh, I might have missed one. We'll get to that swinging bicep curls. So the one time where I'm gonna have you alternate and swing those arms as if you're running. So this might be a good opportunity to use that heavier dumbbell that you have. Because you have this momentum behind what you're doing. Keep swinging those arms, but still keeping that body upright. Swing. There it is. Finding that rhythm, but still trying to engage that bicep muscle to curl the dumbbell up to that shoulder. That's it. Finish, finish. Awesome. All right, last exercise, exercise 8, reverse lunges. So finishing this series with a lower body exercise, just like our forward lunges, making sure that you take that decent step back into that split stance. So that way you support that 90-degree position inside that back of the knee. And again, you can do this with 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand, or you can drop and do 1 held at your chest. Nice job. Keep it going. 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Rest. Nice job. Next one. This will be primarily arms and abs. 2 more series left. So with this first exercise, on our backs, for tricep exercise, skull crushers. So, palms facing each other, we're dropping the dumbbells down to our forehead and then pressing back to the ceiling, finishing with that straight arm. Now remind me out there, in this position, what do we want to concentrate on with our lower back? What's that? Yes, we want to tip that pelvis up towards the rib cage, pressing that lower back into the floor. Awesome, keep it flowing, keep it going. Time. Go ahead and set the dumbbells down to the side. For exercise, dead bug. As most of you know, my favorite, most bang for your buck, floor-based core exercise. So we're lifting those shoulder blades up, keeping that low back pressed to the floor. And we're alternating right arm to left leg. Excellent. Check yourself out there. Are you lifting those shoulder blades up, maximizing that tightness, that work from those core muscles? 7, 6, last few reps here. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, on to our hands and toes for a plank knee tuck. Hands and toes here. If you need to and would like to, feel free to do this on your forearms. It can be done. You may need to, I'll demonstrate here. You may need to lift the hips up slightly just to help manage that knee, that leg being pulled up underneath the body. Come right back to that nice flat position here. Core stays tight. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's come to our feet. Another bicep exercise, but we're getting back to that strict form, that strict nature. Elbows in our sides, just a normal bicep curl. So palms will be facing forward, and we curl both up and lower them down. Excellent. Nice job. If you need to, if those arms are feeling tired from those previous exercises, go ahead, alternate one to the other. But if you're still moving and you're still cruising, keep with those double arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, lighter dumbbell for sure with this one. We're working those shoulder muscles with a shoulder raise. So, L raise. One arm comes forward, the other arm right out to the side. And we just alternate one side to the other here, maintaining that good body position. Shoulders, hips should be straight forward. So you're just rotating through the shoulders to get yourself to the other side. More seconds. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, another tricep exercise. This one that's kind of an odd tricep exercise, more so tricep stabilization. So we'll be in a slight bent over position, dumbbells and arms at our sides. We're just pressing back, pause, and then return. Now, if you'd like to, rotate those wrists. So palms face backwards for 1 rep, and then palms face forward for the next. Now that slight pause encourages those triceps to stabilize that arm in this extended position. So a fun little way to work those triceps. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Alrighty. To the floor. In a seated position for Russian twists. So lots of options here. I'll give you that first one is that reclined position with 1 dumbbell. We're just rotating back and forth with those legs elevated. Then starting to work our way down into those options. From here, feet on the floor in that reclined position, or dumbbell down with the legs up, or legs down, no dumbbells. Lots of options here for these 45 seconds if you need to. Man, lots of options here. But feel free to intermittently raise those legs and drop those legs. Encourage yourself to do a little more work. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Exercise 8. Finishing with a core exercise here, toe touches. So with this one, we're gonna alternate right arm up to that left ankle bone. So getting that little bit of oblique work as we reach from one side to the other. That's it. Keep it going. Each time, trying to raise those shoulder blades up off the floor, getting some height with every reach. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I have a treat for every one of you out there. Our final series here, last 8 exercises, are all abs and core exercises. So we're gonna finish with a little bit of a core burner here, starting with a plank. So with this plank here, feel free, hands or forearms. If you're up on your hands and toes, a little more of a total body exercise. Or if you want more focus on those abs, go ahead and position yourself on those forearms. So nice and tight, back is flat. Now, if you're looking for an alternative, a great alternative to be on your knees. If you choose to be on your knees, I ask you to take those hands and just walk them like about 1 hand length out in front of your shoulders. Just to encourage a little more recruitment from those abdominals and maximize the work through the core. So this is always a good plank option for those of you out there who need this alternative. Beautiful. All right. Back to our backs here for a dead bug again. You'll notice that some of these exercises, we're hitting them again. So we'll get us started off with that opposite arm, opposite leg, like we always do. But I have an option for you. If you really want to turn up the dial with this exercise, both arms and both legs.
That one gets challenging, especially if you're really working on what we've talked about throughout the day today, is tucking that hip bone up underneath you, pressing that lower back to the floor. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Back to that plank position here. For our plank knee tucks, again, hands or on your forearms. If you are on your forearms, you may have to raise the hips up slightly, just to manage your leg being drawn underneath you. So again, that might look something like this if you're on your forearms. So turn that little bit of pike aspect through the hips. Nice job, everyone. Keep it going through these last 10 seconds. Here, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Back to our backs. Got some options for this next one. We're gonna be doing that our bicycle crunch. So, standard bicycle is with those hands up at the head. We're bringing elbow to knee as if as we're pedaling our legs, incorporating that oblique action. But if you'd like to, and you want to focus today on that aspect of lifting the shoulder blades, tucking the rib cage up, you can just concentrate on that lower body portion. So that lower mid to lower stomach into those hip flexors. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Ooh, that one gets me. All right, staying here for heel touches. Another opportunity to target those obliques. So, arms are down towards your sides, lifting those shoulder blades up, and we're just swiveling back and forth, trying to use our lateral flexion through our torso to bring those hands to our heels. Nice work. 20 seconds, let's go. Keep those shoulders up, back engaged to the floor. Four, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Nice work. All right, grabbing your dumbbells again for that loaded sit-up. Or, again, you have that option if you'd like to do that loaded crunch. So dumbbells are up, and again, that full sit-up looks something like so, with yourself coming all the way up, pressing the dumbbells to the ceiling, or that crunch option, where you're just getting those shoulder blades up off the floor. Ooh, there we go. Ten more seconds. I only have 2 more exercises left. Awesome. All right. To that ruck and twist here. So again, there's all of those options, all those stages, if you want to call it, to this exercise. So feel free and utilize any of those options, or in that intermediate fashion as well. Meaning, starting with your legs on the ground, and then after a few reps, lifting the legs up, and then setting the legs back down. Up to you. Maintain that reclined position so we get that good engagement through the core. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, final exercise. Those toe touches that we did from the previous series. Woo, targeting those hip flexors. So again, legs are up and we're reaching up and across to that opposite ankle bone as high as we can, whatever you can give yourself. That's it. Keep it going, lift those shoulder blades up, keep that low back pressed into the floor. You can do this. Here we go, last few seconds here. How many reps can you get in? Home stretch. And 3, 2, 1, and that's the workout. Let's go ahead and stay here on the floor just for some little stretches, cool down exercises. Oh, great strength workout. So let's start in that half kneeling position. We're gonna get into those hip flexors. So squeeze the glutes and rotate the hip bone up underneath you. Start feeling that stretch right through that pocket area of the hip bone. So everyone, great workout. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Hope you enjoyed, squeeze the glutes. Hope you enjoyed that workout, those exercises. Maybe you really enjoyed finishing with just some strict ab exercises. That's always nice. As a lot of you guys know, I do try to incorporate abdominal exercises in every workout, but sometimes the workouts don't incorporate them as much as I can. So it's nice to always have days like today where we can have a good section of exercises dedicated to the core. We'll straighten out that one leg and we'll just reach down for a hamstring stretch. And we'll switch to the other side. When you're ready with that one, go ahead and stand up. We'll take one arm across the body for that stretch. Just holding the arm here. So thanks everyone for being here. Great job today. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central Time, join me for Tabata, which I think we might do the same exact workout, but just in that Tabata format. So, kind of fun, just a great way to try the kind of same exercises and practice them, but just a little different format. Alrighty, that's it for me. That's it for our strength class. Great job today. Thanks everyone for being here. And I hope to see you in one of my next ones. Take care, everyone.
In the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days. I thought you didn't know what my last name, but that changed. And I travel around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you moved to Austin, got an apartment and settled down. And every once in a while, I start texting, write a paragraph, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I couldn't cry you a river, get you baptized. Or I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They say that things fall apart. You were gonna move to Brooklyn, you were gonna study art. Love is just a tool to remind us who we are and that we're not alone and we're walking in the dark.